Yeah, it's the archivist, y'all. Exclusively interviewing the Gift of Gab. And who is the Gift of Gab?
Gift of Gab is an MC, songwriter, and live performer. It's called Blackalicious. Crew is Quantum Projects, hailing from originally Los Angeles, but been residing in the Bay Area for the last 15 years.
And one of the finest MCs in hip-hop history by many critics. Your thoughts on your incredible skill?
I'm just so great. I don't know what to say. No, it's a blessing. I'm a fan of the music. I'm a fan and student of the music.
And can you define what is the art of lyrical technique and what it takes to master the craft you have mastered?
Art of lyrical technique, how you approach a song, how your content, your cadence, your energy, your passion. That's how I describe that.
And can you elaborate on the duo of Blackalicious and your side of the history and the incredible music behind it from Mia, Blazing Arrow?
Well, Blackalicious is myself and Chief XL. We've been making records since the early 90s. We've got 3 albums and 2 EPs. And, we got another album coming in 2012. We're just 2 people who have the common love for hip-hop and the type of hip-hop that we want to hear. We just came together at a very young age in high school and saw that we had the same vision, and we're fans of some of the same groups. And put our heads together, and I'm the lyrical half. Chief XL is the musical half.
And how are you a mathematician?
I don't know, man. I just went up to pre-algebra. as far as I got.
And can you share about writing songs over the phone and handling your biz to LA when you were young?
Well, I'm originally from Southern California. X is originally from Northern California. We met in high school because I went to high school in Sacramento. That's where we met. After I graduated, I went back down to LA, and we had already started the group, but I was down in Southern California. So, he would play me beats over the phone, and I would listen to the beat, and I'd write to it. After doing that for so long, I finally like, can't do it like this. So that's when I moved from Southern California up to Davis, and so we linked up with the rest of the Quantum crew.
And can you share about the creative process of your first EP, Melodica, and the single Swan Lake?
Wow. Swan Lake and Melodica, that was, we had never made a record. We had never made an album or an EP. So at that point, we were fans giving our interpretations of the music that we love. So that took about a year, and we did Swan Lake with DJ Shadow. He was a big part of that. Lyrics Born and the rest of the crew. He was in the studio creating constantly. We made a whole bunch of songs, and then we just decided to stick with the 7 that to us represented what we wanted to present as our first body of work.
And your concept behind the album, Fourth Dimensional, Rocket Ships Going Up, and the success from it, as well as the thoughts on the record.
That was a great experience. Shout out to Jake One and Vitamin D. Recorded and wrote most of that album, but recorded all of it in Seattle, taking trips out to Seattle, vibing with my homie Jasiri, Jonathan Moore, and Jake and Vitamin, and just building. We was on tour actually with Jasiri, and he had gave me a beat CD of Vitamin's first, then of Jake's. And as I listened to him, I felt like, okay, this is how I want my first solo record to sound. So it was about a year process, back and forth from the Bay to Seattle. Came together and put it together.
And on the mixtape, Supreme Lyricism, a limited edition mixtape, can you elaborate on the project?
That was, I just wanted to do a mixtape. Everybody was doing mixtapes, and I wanted to do something that showcased raw lyrics, even more so than concept songs. I wanted to just showcase lyricism. So, a lot of that was written on the road and recorded on the road too, And then some of it was old songs in the past that I felt like represented just pure raw lyricism. And that's pretty much that. That's pretty much how that came together.
And Escape to Mars is an incredible record. Can you tell us more about the album and how it has been moving for you?
Well, after I did Supreme Lyricism, DNA had did a bunch of beats on there. So I was really feeling DNA's stuff at the time, and he kept feeding me beats. And I just started writing to him, and I'm like, you know what, I can make an album to these beats. You know, these are some incredible beats, and it's kind of time for me to make another solo record. So, you know, like, once again, that was about a year process. He was in San Francisco, so it was easier. I'm in Oakland. I just get on the BART train and head over to San Francisco. And it was different because it was ill because he started going into dubstep and electronica. So a lot of the songs like Electric Waterfalls and you know, Rhyme Travel, you know, have more of an electronic feeling. And to me, that was, I want to keep every album different. I don't want to stick to one song. At the least, I want to keep everything, you know, unpredictable. I don't want anyone to really be able to predict what I'm gonna do next. So I mean, that was a great experience. It's been great. I mean, I've been doing shows for the last 2 years based on doing that record. Been around the world. Been to Europe. Did a really dope run in France, and got down to Australia, Brazil, Sao Paulo. So that's been, I mean, Escape to Mars has been a great experience.
And what made you decide to make music your life course? And some peeps define your music spiritual. How would you define your spirituality?
Music just became my life. I'm such a fan. What I write and what I do is my interpretation of hip hop. I guess it's just your walk in life, your connection to whatever, you know, you believe God is or the source is, and just trying to be connected to that source and live according to just what's right, you know, just trying to do the next right thing in front of you, you know.
And some of your favorite moments with Quantum and Blackalicious?
Too many to name, man. You know, like I was saying earlier, even with Escape to Mars, like before that, I've been all over the world, man. At 23 years old, I was out in Europe, all over Europe. Too many good times to name.
One of your best hip-hop memories you've been part of or contributed to?
Best hip-hop memories that I've been part of, touring with Public Enemy. Touring with Public Enemy, having people come up and just tell me that my music has affected their life in some way, you know? Because I'm the same way as a fan, you know? So, bam.
And the biggest crowd you've ever rocked?
Biggest crowd I ever rocked? A lot. I'd have to say some 30,000 at I can't even remember the name of the festival, but at one point it was a festival and it was 30,000 people.
And you got anything to say to Canada?
So Canada, love coming out here. Always get love out here. Peace to Canada, peace to Vancouver, Toronto, Calgary, Quebec, everywhere.
And you got any shouts?
Shout outs to Canada. Shout outs to everybody that came out, that's coming out to the show tonight. And shout out to Bar Nut.
And shout outs to Quantum and Donnelly Group. And this is the
Yes.
Archivist. And you already know the name, y'all.
Shout out to the Archivist.